Well, I just got a comment from somebody saying it'll take you 3 or 4 days to insulate that house, and a company'd probably come in and do it in 4 hours. And all I got to say is, man, you are way overestimating how quickly I'll be able to do this. That'd be my guess, because I only get to work a few hours a day and whatnot, and so yeah, I'd be thrilled if I got it done in 3 or 4 days. You know how I can drag things out. I am going to get started on this today, though. So I did opt to not hire a company, and it's mainly because I didn't know anybody. I didn't know who to call to get a price for it, and I just was ready, and I was able to get a decent discount on the insulation by ordering it from the Pro Desk at Lowe's. So I just decided, well, let's just do this. So here it is, and here I go. All right, guys, well, we are started putting some insulation on, and I am not being smart about it. I don't have on a mask and a suit and sleeves and all of that good stuff. Now, the story with Rockwool is that it's not supposed to be as itchy as fiberglass insulation. It is not supposed to be as dangerous and all of those things. Plus, it is a better sound block. It's a fire block. It is not going to sag inside the walls over time. Lots of benefits to Rockwool. Now, I do believe that the whole it's not itchy and it's safe maybe to breathe or whatever is probably a myth, and I probably need to be putting on a mask. I hate wearing masks. Just despise it. So I am trying to not get close to it as I cut it, trying not to stir up too much dust as I move it around, and that's how I'm working. Don't be like me. Protect yourself. So that's my disclaimer. That being said, I put up a whole container of bats, and that's 12 pieces, and my arms are a little bit itchy, but not bad. I am going to crack open another one and see if I can't get at least one more put in before the night is out. This went pretty quick. I mean, I bet I didn't spend, I don't know, maybe 30 minutes on the one. Now, that's quick in my own mind. I'm sure it's extremely slow if you're an insulator, but that's all right. Now, one real quick update on the family, because I told you about all the things we had going on in the last video, and we drove my father-in-law to Indy for his follow-up after his brain surgery, and the surgeon said he is doing fantastic and he is on the mend and will continue to improve over the course of the next year and get stronger, and there's very low risk of any bleeds or anything after this because things have healed pretty well. Great news for him. My stepdad had his surgery for his colon cancer, and everything went as good as could be expected. They've sent that off to pathology to stage it and kind of determine whether there's any risk for it to have spread and all of those things, and then they might talk about chemo or whether they need to do any of that stuff. But right now, good news, and he came through the surgery well. So thank you all for thinking of us, and so far so good. got the first corner done. This is the kitchen, and it is insulated head to toe. It is not necessarily beautiful, but it's insulated. And what I've concentrated on is trying to make sure that I fill all the voids and keep everything nice and snug together without just really cramming it in there. And this stuff's not too bad to work with, but I'm learning a few things as I do this. So once I get the system down, then I'll get a little more up close and personal with how I'm cutting it and the things that I'm doing. But I'm kind of learning right now, and you know, I may not be doing it in a way that makes any sense. And so rather than show somebody the wrong way to do it, I'm going to try to learn a little better, and then I'll show you what I figured out that's worked. We've got an idea of how we're doing this now and where we're headed. I think insulating the ceiling will go pretty quickly. It's not, you don't have near as much stuff to cut around, and all of the rafter spacing is really uniform. I have lots of blocking and things in my walls for doors and windows and all of that, and so there's a lot to cut around. The spacings are all not uniform, so this section was probably one of the worst because I put my blocking in, and you can't really mash this stuff in behind there in 1.5 inches when it's 3.5 inches thick. So I have to cut and fill that void and then cut the spaces between it. So that was something I wasn't really expecting. We will move on with the program tomorrow evening. I've got several things going on this evening, and Cameron is going to be ready to work out soon too. I do think I'm probably gonna go down and hop in the shower and hose off a little bit, but I don't feel too bad. I don't feel like I've been breathing much of it. I'm not like congested and coughing and all that. And maybe a little bit itchy, but also that could kind of be in my head too. So not too bad of stuff to work with, really. Well, I am back. Last night I went down and worked out, and then I came back up here with Caden, and we watered all the yard. He watered that side and I watered this side over here. And I'm glad that we did. That gave us another night of having some moisture in the soil. And then actually this morning, it rained a little bit. Not a lot, but a little bit. And so the ground is actually, you know, damp at least. So we got a shot at more of this grass coming up. Now it's starting to fill in here. Now it's thin, but there's green. And especially, you know, right up around the house where it gets some more shade. And behind the house, I think what I may do after I get off of a Zoom call that I've got this afternoon, I'm probably going to go down and grab the cedar, and I'm going to hit these spots that are patchy and missing seed, and just kind of overseed it again and see how that does. Maybe I might even do some more over there too. I've got plenty of seed, so it's definitely not going to hurt anything to get some more out on this. But if we can get a little bit more rain over the next few days, mixed in with some sunshine, we may get this yard going yet. And actually, like this part going back into the woods here is starting to look pretty good. It gets some more shade, kind of like the backyard. Yeah, we're getting there, we're getting there. Now I mentioned having a Zoom call this afternoon, and this is one that I can't wait to share with you guys because, well, I have a friend who has started a really awesome and pretty unique business that is something that everybody will be interested in. And I want to try to be a part of that and share what it is that they're offering, because it's a great product, and I know the people, they're great. They're gonna be awesome to deal with. So we're going to meet and discuss what it is that they need in terms of marketing, and hopefully real soon we'll be making an announcement, and I think it's something that you guys will like. finished out this corner over here. So I've got the whole kitchen wall taken care of. I think after the call, I'll probably go ahead and finish this living room wall right here because that'll be easier than climbing up and down the ladder, and I'll have time to do that before time to go get cleaned up for church. So I wanted to talk for just a minute about handling this stuff, because if you've ever handled the pink stuff, then you're probably freaking out that I am putting this stuff up with no long sleeves or mask and all that stuff. And I'm not saying, I think the packaging even recommends wearing all that stuff. So I'm not saying there's no effects, but I did a little bit of research before I started using, I think Copilot is who I asked this time. We talked about the reason that you need PPE. And basically the conclusion that AI comes to with this is that it does not hold the same dangers as fiberglass insulation or asbestos or anything like that, because the fibers are big enough and heavy enough that they don't stay in the air. So when you're just doing walls, most people don't wear masks when they're putting this stuff on, from what I understand. As far as the itchiness goes, well, it's kind of just a nuisance, but it's not harmful. It's not going to hurt you. It's kind of like putting up hay. It's going to scratch your arms up. Some people wear long sleeves so that doesn't happen, but ultimately, if you can deal with the discomfort and that's what's more comfortable for you, then in the long term, it's probably not going to hurt you. That was what I read. Take it for what it's worth, because it's not my information and it's just what I decided to do. I don't like to wear a mask. I don't like to wear long sleeves. I do get itchy by the time I'm finished working with it, go down and hose off, and it seems to go away. So it's not that big of a deal. So that's the way I'm handling this stuff. So I just thought I would talk about that for just a minute. It's about time for me to sit down and log in. So I will get back to you guys in just a moment.
Trouble, stay away from my door. Trouble, come back, don't come around no more. Trouble, stay away from my door. Never stay away from my home.
Well, we got the living room wall insulated. So we've got the living room and kitchen area insulated. We get to start on the tall wall tomorrow night. And I am hopeful that by the time Saturday is over, I can have all the walls insulated. Now, they did short me 3 packages of insulation, so I may not have enough. I'm not sure, but I also included in my calculations that bathroom wall that's already done. So I don't know, we'll see how it all works out, but I'll be real close to having enough to do it all. And it's going pretty well. I've learned a few things that have sped it up a little bit, making it easier. So I've got about 3.5 hours in this section here. So that's very slow, I'm sure, but I'm fine with that. I'm not in a major rush. It's going to be another 2.5 weeks before the rafter insulation and the floor joist insulation comes in. So I'm going to be I'll be mid-May getting this insulated and finished up, but then I will be ready to start buying my tongue and groove and drywall and the whole works. Need to find out when the HVAC guy's coming. I haven't heard from him in a couple of weeks, and I thought he said he would probably start in a week or so. So, yeah, gotta check with him and see what's going on, but we got a good start on this anyway. So, guys, I had a really good Zoom call, and I think we're gonna be able to help my friend get his business taken to the next level. Now, it won't just be me. I'm gonna try to get some other creators involved as well. Hopefully, we can help people recognize this brand for what it is, and it's premium quality, and it's something that everybody needs. So stay tuned. It's going to be exciting. Well, guys, man, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Until next time, get outside and enjoy God's creation, because it's beautiful out here. You all have a good day.